All right, so it's about 10:15 p.m. West Coast time on Wednesday, August 27th. There has been a lot of discussion today on TikTok about the article that was published earlier today by Taylor Lorenz on the website wired.com. That article is titled "A Dark Money Group is Secretly Funding High-Profile Democratic Influencers." The subtitle is "An Initiative Aimed at Boosting Democrats Online Offers Influencers Up to $8,000 per month to Push the Democratic Party Line. All they have to do is keep it secret and agree to restrictions on their content." Been a lot of discussion about that today. And I've done, 3 videos on the subject. So again, every few months I come on here to reiterate the following things. I am not a journalist or a reporter. I have no educational background in journalism. I have never worked as a journalist or a reporter. I'm just a guy, okay? I'm just a guy who's been a politics and news junkie since I was a kid. For about the last 26 and a half years, I've worked as a trial attorney. And the content that I make is not objective, nor is it intended to be. It's intended to be factual, but I'm not objective. My politics are very far on the left. My politics are to the left of the Democratic Party, which isn't saying much, I guess. Especially in August of 2025, when the Democratic minority leader in the House, Hakeem Jeffries, still can't bring himself to endorse the Democratic candidate for mayor of New York City, Zoran Mandani. Many people are saying that it's AIPAC's influence that won't permit him to make that endorsement. I have no way of knowing whether or not that's factually true, but that's what a lot of people are saying. Hang on one second. So I just Googled some things about journalism. Here's a couple of things that came up. What are the 5 elements of journalistic objectivity? Journalistic objectivity refers to fairness, disinterestedness. I don't have that in the videos that I make. Factuality. I do have that. Non-partisanship. I absolutely don't have that. But most often encompasses all of these qualities. Here's another thing. What are the 7 principles of journalism? While there isn't a single universal list, many journalistic organizations like the Ethical Journalism Network or the Society for Professional Journalists promote core principles including truth and accuracy. Check. I always go for that. Independence. Check. I go for that. Fairness. Yes. Impartiality. No. I'm not impartial. I'm biased with my own opinions and worldview. Humanity / minimizing harm. And accountability. Yeah, when I make factual mistakes, I correct those. Additional principles of, and I've done that many times in the past on this app. Additionally, principles of public service, no. I mean, I make videos for me. I deeply appreciate that other people like them, but I make videos that entertain me. Public service and diversity in newsrooms, well, the diversity in my newsroom, quote unquote, is I have 2 dogs and a snake. So, are often emphasized to ensure comprehensive and trustworthy coverage for the public. Okay, then we have what are the 10 principles of journalism? What are the 4 P's of journalism? What are the 6 W's of journalism? What are the 4 C's of journalism? What are the 6 C's of journalism? And what are the 4 R's of journalism? So lots of letters. Uh, yeah, I'm not objective in the videos that I make. I try very, very hard to be truthful and accurate uh, in the videos that I make, but the videos that I make are saturated with my personal opinions on things. I've never tried to hide that at all. And I think most importantly, with regard to the discussion that has been taking place today, no one, and I mean no one, no person, no entity, no organization, no party, no affiliates, no nothing, no one has ever paid me to make content. Nobody has ever paid me to make content. I have participated in the TikTok creator program. This month, for the month of August, I'm on track to make about $110 in the creator program this weekend. And that's with 1 million followers. Yeah. We have monetized our YouTube page, our Patreon page, and we have a merch store at hawkmerchstore.com. Holidays are right around the corner. But none of that income that we receive is dependent on the substance of my content. And none of that monetization gives anybody else the right to editorial control over my content. I don't get talking points from anybody in exchange for money. I haven't surrendered any editorial control over my content in exchange for money. Nobody but me and my brother has any say whatsoever about the videos that I make, the subject matter that I cover, and the words that I say in my videos. So I guess the independence thing that I mentioned earlier, I have that, and I feel strongly about that, about maintaining that and keeping that. Again, it's like the issues that I had that were raised in that article is that the people who were on the receiving end of these payments were contractually obligated to keep that arrangement secret from their followers, from the people who consume their content. They were getting paid to make specific content for a specific organization that had editorial control over their content, and they weren't telling their followers that. That is unethical and dishonest to me. My opinion. That is unethical and dishonest. And of the 10 or 12 creators who were listed in that article, who the author of that article reached out to for comment, almost every single one of them declined to comment, which indicates that they declined to comment because they are contractually obligated to not comment. The contract is basically an NDA in exchange for money. And so again, I'm not a journalist. I am not a reporter. I talk about my own opinions, which are heavily influenced by my own biases and my own feelings on things. And none of that is objective. But I do try very, very hard to be factually accurate and correct in the things that I talk about.